you've said before you needed somewhere to thinking, Molly Meldrum. Do you remember? Did you watch Countdown?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Sure. I don't know.
And he had his Molly's Minute or whatever it was. Do yourself a favour and pick this one up.
Do yourself a favour, I always say this, but do yourself a favour, go.
You know how he used to kind of have like that? I remember it as kind of this, he had his own little segment and then that's.
You may take things literally. I don't know how to construct a sentence that actually conveys what I'm trying to say, more to the point. I think.
Awesome.
This is going to work fantastically.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did novellas recently. You did all these novellas.
I'm doing so.
You're still doing them?
Someone on Twitter, someone on Twitter said that like I should use like that. November is Novella month, and like I know it's every other month, as the nanonominy, whatever it's called.
I don't do nano.
Writing a novel. No. So someone said on Twitter that this is Novella month, and that I should. This is my chance to booktube. I kind of considered it for like half a minute. You're making me feel like I've finally done a public service of some sort in my life. Like
you really have. You did a thing. It's like it'd be a shame if this is what you went down in history for, but
there are worse things to go down in history for, I suppose. So.
Your favourite one there was All My Friends Are Superheroes. This was on the second one. No, but see, I've written it down now.
Oh, you'll love it. It's
Andrew Kaufman.
It's such a beautiful book. Andrew Kaufman. Yeah, it's funny. It's sweet. It's really smartly done. Like it's basically a guy navigating his breakup. But everyone, all of his friends, he's basically seeing as superheroes, and he dubs them all in superhero names, and they all have the superpowers relating to the aspects of their personalities that either help or otherwise, hinder his life and development. It's very funny. And I can't remember what his nemesis name is, but it's the person, it's the guy who his ex-wife is now, or soon to be ex-wife is now dating or something like that. It's very funny. Very, very funny. And very sweet. It's so well done. Here he is back. He's back.
The Topless Tower. Can you tell me more? Because I like the sound of that one.
It's really cool. So I'd never heard it's Silvina Ocampo, I think was her name.
Yep.
She was, I'm trying to think who, she was friendly with Borges, I think it was, and she was married to someone else, a very prominent Argentinian, I think, writer. Anyway, so she's sort of been left in the shadows a bit as a writer herself, but she's actually amazing and really kind of deserves a lot of attention. And so this is this weird, surreal book about this. The dog loves this book. It was his favorite of the year. Every time I mention it, he's like cheering. Anyway, the dog says, so anyway, it's about this kid who goes with his mum to a market, and they're convinced, they go to this guy who's selling paintings, basically, this trader, and the trader, it's sort of like Faustian, he might be the devil or something like that, and he convinces them to get this painting or something. But anyway, somehow in some weird way, the kid, and the paintings of this tower, the kid is drawn into the painting and becomes trapped in the tower. And then he begins painting in the tower, and the things that he paint come to life. It's surreal, it's brilliant. It's such a strange, but just, alluring and it's just, you have to read it. And it's very short, very, very short. I think it's only 80 pages or something. And also A.S. Patrick, he's got a couple of novels, and he's got a lot of short stories, but he's got a couple of novellas too. And one of them, which Bruno Kramser, is one of my favorites. It's I don't know if you're a Kafka fan, but yes. I'm a tragic. So this, you'll love this. So it's the story of the two guys who come to arrest Joseph K. before they go to arrest him, what they're doing during the day, basically. It is so cool, right?
See, they're the kind that I like. Well, I love magical realists. I love, all of those things.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's probably what I've found on
you'll love that. There. You'll love that. The first thing I wrote on this Twitter thread is Late Sonata by Brian Wolpert. and my God, it's great. Like, it's just great, right? And yeah, so, and actually one of the ones that I put on, I think I didn't put it on the Twitter feed, I think I put it on the blog, was the Mousseau investigation by the guy's surname's Daoud, but I can't remember his. And it's the story of, you know how Mousseau in The Stranger murders the unnamed Arab guy on the beach.
Yeah.
So it's actually the story of the Arab guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I love, that's what I love as well. The
so
nature
good.
of novellas, like that history of novellas, to be writing back, like Faux, writing back to the Senate,
right,
and
exactly.
they're taking that, and that to me that's just such a powerful thing. Thank you.
It's brilliant.
And
no, thanks. That was fun.
Bram Presser. It's a bit obvious.
That's actually very funny.
Bram Presser. All right. And
I feel like both validated and attacked, right?
Figure out what I'm going to do, because also I'm also, which I'll say also a lot.
Yeah, then I'm
just wondering whether.
You've dumped yourself in it. You're stuck with it. You're in there.
That's all right. I just fade into the background here. But
dogs and little kids.
Dogs.
They're there.
I'm pretty good at bribing
My
kids.
partner was in a work meeting before, and she had like a Zoom with all of her people from work, and I had to print something, and I had to walk behind her in I'm just in shorts and a shoddy t-shirt, and she's having this serious business meeting. I just walk past, I'm like,
oh my God.
Like, what can you do? But that's how it is these days.
You Zoom bombed. Yeah. We're pretty much the same age, I think, but I often forget like all of that
You're
stuff.
Also 27?
Yeah. When I got really bored and I didn't know what I was doing, I couldn't write, I couldn't read, I couldn't do anything. So I started live streaming like Minecraft and Terraria games.
Oh, how cool.
Because why wouldn't you do that? No, playing.
Oh, as in you oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
how do you do that? Like, I've actually wondered about how the live streaming thing works. Like,
it's not
I'd do that with...
but it's a bit technical.
Also hopeless. Yeah, well,
a bit technical, and I now have
me out. Like, I'm totally a gamer, so I'd be like, I'd be totally down. Oh yeah, hardcore.
So, because what I was streaming was that, like, because we game as a family, I'm like, this is how you do a family server. This is what it's like. Here are all the arguments. This is how irritating it is. Here's how you stop your kids crying, and here's when you just play on your own because you can just do whatever you like.
Oh, that's awesome.
But then my daughter will come up into the mic and she'll go, and if you're there, just check out Anako's, which is her channel, right? So she's not allowed on the video, but she did a couple of live streams. She's seven. She did a couple of live streams. She sits here and she gets the mic and she's amazing. I'm thinking, Molly Meldrum, do you remember?
Do yourself a favour and pick this one up.
Do yourself a favour, I always say this, but do yourself a favour, go out and listen to this little elf. Go out, do yourself the favour. Rod Stewart.
I grew up sort of knowing him as a kid.
He was a kid ever?
No,
That's
I
weird.
was a kid.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, he was just a hat, and then he became a person. But
sorry, you have to remember, I take things really literally. So I've just imagined you two went to school together.
No.
Because you said I knew him as a kid.
I'm not quite that old yet. No. Sorry, I knew him when I was a kid. Is what I meant. Sorry.